So, guys, welcome everybody. It's so good to see everybody after our break. And I know that lots of people can't make it. There's a lot of people still on holidays and down at shacks with lots of visitors. And, you know, I think that we have to have some time out and spend time with our beautiful family and friends, and you come back refreshed and excited. So I just really wanted to welcome everybody on. This is traditionally been the Lifestyle by Design our team meeting every week, and I've been chatting with a couple of other gorgeous people in our J5 Stars that are actually in our lineage or our upline in Tracy's team, and we've decided to collaborate and share our weekly team meetings. So I'm very excited to sort of get started and introduce you to, well, actually, before we do that, I just want to share a little bit of information about our beautiful Ruby director. So obviously we all know our gorgeous Tracy Seacombe, and her heart has been pulling her towards another direction for a little while, and so she's followed her calling and developed a new course called From People Pleaser to Soul Pleaser. So what this has done is it's just taken her a step away from Janesse, and she's really focusing her attention on her family and also on this direction. She's still around the place congratulating and supporting and sending her love to everybody, and she's still in constant contact with us, her leaders. So she's around the place and still sending lots of love, but she is in her own direction. So we're going to send her our well wishes and our love and let her pursue the journey that she's desiring to be going on. So just for now, this is where she's at. So watch this space. And she's actually got this course that she's starting tomorrow, and I'm so excited because I'm going to be doing it, and I know there's several of us that have registered to do it. So, but for now, I'd love to introduce you to two of our beautiful upline leaders. So Angela Gibson, which you all know, she has been in our team meetings for some time because a lot of her team is actually in amongst us. And so Ange is currently overseas. She's in South Africa, and she sends her love. She can't get on right now. And I'd love to welcome into our beautiful team meetings every week Penny Judge. She is a Sapphire Elite in the business, and she is an amazing leader. She's got so much to share, and you're going to hear and learn so much more from her. So it's always good to know who is in your upline. So if you do have someone that you need to connect with them because they have similar backgrounds, or you just think they're going to get on, I think it's a great thing to be able to know who you can talk to, and you're going to see these gorgeous women on our team meeting all the time. So our other leaders are obviously our diamonds. So we've got Lyndon Biernoff, double diamond, Craig Schultz and Aaron Biley. They are available if you are committed to this business and very serious about it. Then they are obviously there ready for you to reach out to and to chat to. You want to qualify whoever you're going to introduce to them, and obviously tap into their training. They're amazing leaders and very, very successful. So it's really, really good to keep that in mind. And I want to introduce you to Marcus Schubert. He is also in our upline. You would have seen his post. He's quite a humorous guy, but he also has some really, really excellent training. He's been very, very successful in several other network marketing companies. So he has lots to share in regards to some really, really good ground rules, I suppose, and basics of some trainings. And so it's really, really good to tap into him as well. You know, follow him, friend him, I'm sure. And if you've got any questions, you know, jump on and ask him. He's very generous with his time. I've spent a bit of time on the phone with him, and he's been great to chat to. Now, first of all, so I guess the reason why we also wanted to maybe all get together is, although it has been just our little team meeting, it's great to widen the circle and embrace a lot of other people, because there's been highs and lows with what's been happening with leadership and what's been happening in lots of teams. Some people have left, some people have stepped back or whatever. So if we all just jump on this journey together and get really excited and enjoy the journey together, it's going to build even more momentum. And there is definitely power and strength in numbers, and it's more exciting. It's so much more fun. But I'd love to now welcome and introduce and congratulate our newest Pearl, Michelle Church. So Michelle's in Kenya, and when I was updating these slides, the last slide I had in here was for her, and it was Jade. So really, really awesome to see her jumping up the ranks, and really excited to see who is going to be jumping up a rank so that I can put that on the slide next week. So we've got some beautiful shining stars, except I've misspelt it and it says stars. Sorry about that, guys. So our shining stars over the last month are Natalia, Sarah Dalton, Michelle Church, Susie Joust, Leanne Chisholm, Penny Judge, and Sue Seelig. Absolutely awesome. It's over the busiest, most festive time of the year, and you still welcomed people into your teams. So congratulations to all of you. I think it's absolutely awesome that, the work goes on. And although many of us didn't enroll, which my name needs to be on there next week, and so do many of ours. Although we didn't, I think it is also about planting the seeds, and it's also timing. So for the timing to happen at that time of the year is awesome. So well done, guys. So what's on this week? Well, starting Monday the 15th, the live webinars kick back in, and there are live events, and fingers crossed diamond trainings will get started again. I know that there's been a bit of hit and miss sometimes in the busy period where diamond trainings just haven't happened, but just stay tuned and hopefully they'll be on. So this week's live events here in Australia is Sydney and New Zealand, Sydney and Gold Coast. So we've got a Chinese event in Sydney on the 16th, and Sydney and Gold Coast, and then the following week Sydney and Sydney. So what's happening with the rest of Australia? Well, we need to ramp things up, seriously, even if we start doing our own. And it doesn't have to be these particular events. It's great to go along to the corporate events, but let's all pull our finger out and start launching. Let's all aim to have a home launch ourselves. I haven't had a home launch for probably, I don't know, 8-9 months. So it's time that I had another one. So I challenge every single one of you to book in a date to have a home launch. It can be a coffee morning, it can be a beautiful facial morning, afternoon, a little wine, fine wines and cheese event. It can be anything that you want it to be, but really let's start to plan and book it in and lead by example to our team members so that they want to do it as well. So tapping into the other live events, and it'll be really, really good to know where all of the other live events are taking place. So wherever all of your teams are, it'd be good to work out, just go into, say this is Jeunesse Global Africa, go into events and work out what the events are on. Coming up over there is the Johannesburg and Cape Town event, and on January the 21st is the Super Saturday, and Ange will be presenting at that. So it'd be really good if you've got anybody over that way in South Africa. That's at Midrand, I think it is. Yeah. So if you've got anyone over there, just please send them along and let Ange know. So really, really good to tap everybody into some events. So now what's happening in January? Well, in Africa, they've got a race to executive. So all of this information is on the Jeunesse Global Africa page. So really go on to all of those different corporate Facebook pages from all around the world and follow them and like them and get in there. So at least you know what's happening in other markets. Some of them you might not be able to understand the language because you can't read their writing, but that's fine. Just tune in and just really immerse yourself in finding out what is going on, because you never know where your team is going to pop up next. And it's great to be able to support them or have some knowledge when you're talking to somebody. So in Europe, the January special is receiving a free box of Instantly Ageless with certain packages. So Supreme and above, you get 1 box. Ambassador, you get 2, etc. So just stay tuned with what specials are coming out. And apparently, according to our Kickstart training last night with Craig and Angela Lucenti, there are going to be specials that are going to take us through till the end of January. So we'll wait and see what Rachel comes up with, hopefully by the end of this week. That'll be really, really good to know. So now what is still happening is the aim to get to Sapphire by the 31st of January. So who is wanting to get to Noosa? Seriously, this you've still got a few weeks. You've got 2.5 weeks to get there, and it is absolutely doable. You just have to take massive action and be really, really dedicated and get into it. So I would love to talk with absolutely any of you that are aiming for this, and let's head down, bum up, and let's get there. So also for existing Sapphires, check in your back office and see how many points you have to see whether you're eligible to go to the Noosa retreat. You need 80 just to have a full single share ticket for one. So you need 80 travel points. So check in your back office and see what you've got there. You've got 2.5 weeks to shake a tail feather and get there. So that's going to be awesome. It's the most amazing retreat. I've been to 3 of them. It is completely generous and really, really just, they really splash out on us. Latest Jeunesse news. So who jumps on X Connect? You know, this is one thing that we all need to tap into a lot more and really get our own knowledge up instead of sort of waiting, I guess, for all of the updates that come through. So on the Exec Connect, this is just a bit of a PowerPoint of what they've, like the points of what they've done. So last year, we actually reached 1.4 billion US in global revenue. That is amazing. It's so impressive. This company that we are with, they, you know, what a success story. They just keep winning all of these awards, as you can see, like 117 industry awards. When you look at all of the ranks going up, it is quite amazing to see all of the rank advancements. You look at all of the meetings, all the Jeunesse universities. How's Brazil? They launched there and had 10,000 people in attendance. That's amazing. Not to mention we've got amazing Singapore and Malaysia offices. So we've got a really exciting year ahead. You know, 2016 was absolutely phenomenal when you look at the growth and the advancement all around the world. Well, 2017 is going to be even more spectacular. So don't miss it. Let's just jump on it and act, like make a commitment and just go, you know what, this is going to be my best year yet. That's certainly what I've done, and everyone I've spoken to that has, you know, that are working closely with me to get to their next rank or, you know, to achieve, they're keen as well. So let's all jump on the bandwagon. You would have seen an update about Jeunesse policies and procedures. I'm not going to run through all of this. I think that it is up to every single one of you to go through there. It's actually really interesting to read through all of the points. So many of the points were relevant. You know, there's a lot of things in there that, you know, were grey areas that people would hum and ha about and maybe dip their toe over the line with. And I'm sure that we've all been there with a couple of things, think that was probably a grey area. It's very specific. It's very clear about what you can and cannot do. So do yourself a favour and please have a good read of it. You know, there's obviously points in there, section 1 to 9. You want to go through every single one of them, highlight the ones that really stand out to you. And if you've got any questions, then that's what our team meetings are about. At the end, we can have a chat about things, ask and answer questions. If we don't know, then we'll go and find out. So rather than run through everything, please, you know, go through it yourself and get a really good understanding of the policies and procedures. You as leaders, it is actually, you know, really, it's your job to know what you can and cannot do, especially if you're enrolling people and leading them into this business and training them. Like, it's actually your responsibility to step up as a leader and know what you can and cannot do. So let's get into it. This is going to be a phenomenal conference. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So I'm hoping everybody has their tickets. And now's the time, if you haven't already, to start booking your accommodation and getting your airfares happening. It's definitely one to not miss. And if you listened to the training last night, Craig doesn't even, can't be bothered basically talking to anybody that's not even interested in going along to these conferences. The national conferences, that's not being rude about Craig. I get where he's coming from. It actually sets you apart from being a fluffy hobby business to a serious business builder, someone that's serious about taking this business a lot further and making a success of it. So go along to this conference, book it in, and encourage all of your team to do the same. 24th to 25th of March, there's going to be a VIP cocktail experience as well as the Sapphire Night that happens. And, there's so much to learn. There's your keynote speakers. There's all of your, no doubt there'll be a product launch. It's just going to be one of those amazing weekends that you get to spend time with your team. You get to know not only your team but the wider Jeunesse family, and it's amazing. Wonderful memories are made at these events. So really make sure that you encourage everyone around you to jump onto this opportunity to go along to this. Incentive trip. We've got till the 28th of February to get the points that you need to be on this for free. So love to help anybody. You can find your points in the back office under reports and distributor information. So jump in there and have a look and see what points you've got. And if you need help, we've got now to the 28th of February to really, really go for it and get all of the points you need. It'd be amazing if all of us could be on this trip together. Just be phenomenal. So team focus. We always look at the same team focus. We might sort of change it up a little bit every week, but at the end of the day, it's the same. So you want to make a decision to be really disciplined with your daily activities. You want your routine, whatever you do. So you get up, whether you meditate or whether you don't, or you want to go exercising, and then you want to write your goals and you want to write your affirmations and you want to get into it. Depends on what your day looks like. But get your routine sorted so that you can have the best time management and invest all of the time that you've got available into this business to grow it. You want to follow up all of your leads and really look at expanding your friendship on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. So if you aim at reaching out to 2 new people per day that are like-minded, you want to have a bit of a look. You want to Facebook stalk them or LinkedIn stalk them. You want to know who you're connecting with and whether they're the type of person that you want to work with. So make sure that you are forever building your database, because if you're posting stuff on Facebook and it's the same old, and the same old Jeunesse people are liking your posts, you're not making any impact whatsoever except making everyone feel lovely, which is great. But you want to be reaching out and building your profile. So really reach into your current customer database and ask how they're enjoying Jeunesse and the products, and share more information, update them with what's coming out, if there's specials or any new information that you know about. Reach out to anyone inactive and just invite them back into the team. They might just be, waiting for you to notice them or reach out or ask how they are, ask how, make them feel important. So, I just think it's really, really worth, even it doesn't matter how little or how big your database is or your team is, the more effort we put into each other and the way we treat each other is going to really help your team, make them feel special, and it's going to help them grow, and it's going to lead the way. They're going to then do the same to their, for their teams. So always follow up your new customers within 7 days. And when you're looking at, your contacts, keep an eye out for different markets that you might be going to. So for instance, in Thailand, we're going to the international conference there in September. So make sure that you keep an eye out for if you've got a connection with someone from Thailand, and start to get to know them now before you head over there, because then they might be able to give you contacts if they're not the person. India, obviously, it's all about India, but it's also about South Africa, and it's also about Fiji, and it's also about Brazil. Where do you want to be? Where do you want your team to be? So like for me, I've got a Japanese, a Chinese and a Thai team up on my board of all these happy people. And I'm really grateful for them every day, because one day that's where my team is going to be. So, you know, just create what you want. It's your story. So talking about your story, practice your story and role play. So this is no time to be scared about what you're going to say. This is about step outside the box and, you know, get excited about what you're sharing and love it and enjoy it. So find your sapphire and above to work with. And, you know, as long as they're active in the business, that's the person that is going to help you on this journey. So tap into the people that you connect with really well, good leaders. We're all going to be here for you. So reach out to all of us. And also look at the system that works for you. Is it the Sinduit, like InShare? Is it Facebook campaigns? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Instagram? What is it that works for you? Is it just picking up the phone? Is it face-to-face? What is it? Whatever it is, do that. Like, find what it is that suits you really, really well and focus on that. And perfect it. You don't want to spread yourself too thin and go along all of the mediums. It's just too much. You won't be able to upkeep it. So you're better off being excellent in one area than half-baked in 5 areas. So we've got really, really exciting things. Team focus is a good thing. Write down what your focus is. It might be similar to this. There might be things to add to this. And, you know, with our team meetings, this is always going to be interactive. And certainly all of us are going to want feedback and what things you want to discuss every week. So, you know, if there's something that's missing in here, then please reach out and let me know. And this is just something that I saw that I really think makes sense. So success is an iceberg. It looks kind of lovely on top and just, you know, just quite lovely. It's just sort of sitting there and it's, you know, nothing too astronomical. But underneath, when you look at it, what people don't see is all the risk that you take, the focus that you have to put in, the goals that you have to set, your persistence every single day, the failure that you feel sometimes, the massive action that you have to take, and the sacrifice, you know, like we work nights, we work weekends, we're entrepreneurs, the habits that you have to put in place, and certainly the hard work. You know, people don't see that. They just see the success story. But really, when you look at all of the successful people in this industry or any industry, they've all had to put in a lot of time and effort. So just remember that and realise that, you know, it's not actually just a smooth sailing journey. It's actually, you know, quite a big, exciting journey, but there's a lot that goes into it. So this is to encourage you, not to make you go, oh my goodness, this is huge. It's so that people actually understand there is a lot of time and effort you've got to put into this, but we can all do it. Like when you look around and you see lots of other people's stories, you know, we all have what it takes. So that's the end of my little PowerPoint presentation. So I'm just going to stop sharing. And now I'm going to open it up to questions and chats, and I'm just going to unmute you all. Unless you want to, yeah, I'll just unmute you all. Actually, first of all, I would love to invite Penny to have a chat with us and share anything that's on her heart, and welcome into our team. And also Sue Seelig. Sorry, Sue. Welcome into our team. You're also in our upline, like my team's upline, as is Penny and Ange Gibson. And obviously these beautiful leaders have other teams that are elsewhere placed, but they're also very important to them. So welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Oh,
yes.
We hear you, Sue. That's fantastic.
Can. Oh, yay. Got it fixed. How are you all?
Very well.
Good.
Great.
Very good.
So, Penny, do you want to just share with us anything that's on your heart?
All right, thanks. I'd love to. I love being with you all. I just think it's wonderful. You know, in our game and our business, it's all about numbers. Numbers build numbers. But when you have this beautiful energy, which Jacinta has, which we all know, and I know Libby well, and she's beautiful, and so I can't wait to meet everybody else, Greg and Margot and Jody. Lee and I know it's just fantastic, and there's so many more of us. But when we can invite people into an environment that's buzzy and excited about life in general, then it really is contagious and infectious for everybody.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm really excited, and what I'd love to share with you tonight is the simple fact that Sue is down the Gold Coast. I'm here in Brisbane, and we've teamed up, and we're doing some home meetings in my home. We've programmed or outlined the next 6 months, so we'll give you those schedules. So we have the monthly one here in Brisbane and the Gold Coast, and 2 weeks out to them we have the ones that's in my home. Now, with my previous business, that is where I built my business. And I have to be honest, because I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes I find it really hard getting people to meetings. You know, they just don't, it's difficult to travel, or they're not techno savvy, or whatever it is. But when you can have one-on-one relationships with people and invite them into their home, and they can bring a friend, it's just the magic happens in there. So we're going to be doing like maybe a little PowerPoint. We're going to play with it. You know, as soon as they walk in the door, they're going to get the mask on their hand. Sue's fantastic at explaining the products. We're going to have a 45-minute power, knock it out, you know, what network marketing is by the compound, what their life goals are, and how Jeunesse can fit that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be great. And so we'll give you those dates. So you are more than welcome to invite people. And we will look after them. We promise you we won't scare them too much.
Oh, that's lovely. Fantastic.
So that's what we're about. And then the other thing is that I'm going to be doing some more product from a beauty therapist, because that's my line of work, and I'm going to do the mask next and the how-tos of using the products and little tips, because I found that when I did the last one on how to apply our daily routine, a lot of good feedback from that. So that's helpful. You know, you're more than welcome to.
Fantastic. Yeah, I loved it. I shared that with so many people, and when I sign somebody up and they, you know, want to know what to do, I just send them that. It's just so much easier than them trying to read through everything. They just watch and they get it. So it's great, Penny. Thank you. That's awesome.
Really excited. It's got 2017. I'm excited more than life itself. It's going to be awesome.
Me too. How about you? Now, so Penny, because I asked everybody to have a big shiny goal to share tonight.
Yes.
Because I think it's great for all of us to celebrate your goal already, because it's done, and so it is. So what's your shiny big goal this month? I mean, this year.
I'm going to be putting on ruby slippers. I can't wait to tap my heels together and Ruby, here we go. So Ruby Director is my goal. And, you know, my goal is to do it by August this year.
Yep.
So that means lot's going to happen.
Fantastic.
But I love goals. You know, goals are a guesstimate. You know, it doesn't mean if you don't make it, you've failed. It's just mean where do I find or need to adjust, and what do I need to work on more, and we just go for it. So, you know, thank you for your support. I know that I can do it with you all, and let's all support each other and each other's goals. I can't wait.
Love it. All right, awesome. Love your work, Ken. Who would like to share? Sue, I'm going to pick on you next, because you're another new one to our weekly meeting. So, Sue, what have you got to say, and what's your big shiny goal?
Well, I want to echo a lot of what Penny said. It's just fantastic to work with a group of brilliant people, really like-minded, really high energy.
Yeah.
And someone's talking to me right now. So my technician's just confirming that it's working. So
this is good.
So he's done his job, so he can go away now.
Yeah.
And I am excited to be working with Penny up in Brisbane.
Yeah.
I've been so fortunate to be working for the last 6 months with Megan Wolfenden. So we've been doing really regular mini facial parties actually at her place. And what I've found is that I've had the greatest amount of success by having that contact.
Yeah.
So we work together. We do it at her house. She's got a beautiful home, so people feel welcome. We have, opportunity to have a cup of tea and that sort of thing as people are arriving. She sets up this beautiful big table. We start with, they apply the products. We help them with that. Megan usually takes the products, as in the Luminous range. She talks about them. And then while they're waiting for their masks to dry, she hands over to me. I go through the nutritionals. And then we have a couple of other people there. We usually get people to give testimonials, and that really works very well. That always opens a huge amount of conversation. It takes us probably about an hour and 20 minutes to go through the process. We usually do it on a Saturday afternoon. So it's been a brilliant success, and people tend to love it.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue along those lines over the next, however long we need to continue it.
Fantastic.
It's going to be on a monthly basis on a weekend as well. So Megan usually gives us the dates. She's actually moving at the moment at the end of January, so she's kind of occupied with that. But once she's finished her move, then we'll start again on probably a monthly basis of doing the mini facials at her place. And so once I've got the dates again, it's something that I can share with you. So if you know anyone on the Gold Coast, then I'm happy to look after them.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's been great. And she also has, as well as the mini facials, we're starting to have opportunity meetings as things happen, as we start to get people into our teams. And she also does training nights as well. So they've been a bit sporadic, but I think they'll become more regular as we all get sort of ingrained with it a bit more.
Fantastic.
So that's pretty exciting as well. So
that'd be fantastic for you to be able to share some of the way she does her trainings. To see whether we can all implement some of those areas into our businesses as well, because it just not all of the trainings can be the same.
No, that's right. She's very, very interestingly product focused. That's always been the way that she's built. She built a diamond based on pretty much a product similar to Reserve. So she's very, very product based. Yeah. And then the interesting contrast to that is Marcus Schubert is the other way. Yeah. So I'm really fortunate up here to be able to get that contrast and then just sort of juggle people according to what I think their interest is mainly going to be. So that's really exciting.
Yeah.
So I'd like to do all the incentive travel trips this year, and my next rank will be Sapphire Elite. So I'd like to get to Sapphire Elite by the end. So that's
awesome. Woo! Love it. Love your work. Awesome, Sue. Thank you for sharing. Now, Miss Leanne, since you're the other newest person on our team meeting, what have you got to share with us, and what's your goal? Now, you're the Fiji Queen, of course.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Jacinta. Certainly have some experience with Fiji of late. Yeah, I came back on Christmas Eve after spending another 5 weeks there, which was fantastic, and I have to say I've loved my break. I really, really needed it. It was very intense, and a lot of reflection, etc. My goals are to help Ninya get to Sapphire by conference. She's already a Pearl Plus and doing pretty well. For me, I would like to be Sapphire Elite by September.
Awesome.
That's one of my goals.
Yep.
I'm fairly certain that I'm not going to live in Fiji. That's decided now. It's gone, which is fabulous because I can focus on, channeling that big gap that it's created for me now, which I'm loving.
Yeah.
More diligence, and as you suggest, really getting back in touch with my morning rituals and habits and being disciplined. you know, and yeah, I at the moment, which is really nice, I'm not kicking and screaming like I did in the beginning when I first did the, you know, thinking into the results program. It's a bit like, okay, now I do this one. Okay, now I do that one. And it's a really nice way to get back into a work focus as well.
Yeah.
More contact. I'm down here on the little island. I am geographically isolated. I don't get to go to product and opportunity meetings down here. There aren't any in Hobart at this stage, but given that I will be spending more time here this year, I'm certainly focusing on how to build that. And I very much like the repetition and the of the learning, and hearing all of you say it's really got to be the face-to-face meeting, developing those relationships. It's going back to base and being more in touch, being more on the ground, being more present in that way. And it's lovely to see everyone's faces and the excitement and the energy there. It's really good.
Thanks, Leanne.
Thank you for the message, Ben.
So now, Mr. Greg Mickens, since you're the only male on this evening, you should probably go next of what your goal is for this year.
That's not very fair at all.
I think it is.
I'm the thorn amongst the roses, or the rose amongst the thorns. I'm not sure which one it is, but and my goal for this year is to enroll on Facebook. I've heard of Facebook, and apparently there's some good stuff on there, isn't there, Jacinta?
Greg, you need to get onto Facebook more often.
I'm going to.
Okay, good.
I would like to reach Sapphire.
Good.
And maybe even beyond. But I thoroughly enjoy your support, Jacinta, and it's great to meet you other girls who I have heard a lot about, and especially Penny. You're obviously a Kiwi. What part of New Zealand are you from?
Originally the North Island. I did live 10 years in Christchurch, but I just don't seem to lose my accent. So
that's a great accent, and I love it. And that's another one of my goals, is to develop a business arm, to sponsor people in New Zealand, because we have a son in Queenstown and want to spend a lot more time travelling back and forwards as we did last year.
Brilliant.
And just love New Zealand, both islands.
Yeah. And I have to say, if I can just interject, isn't that the beauty of our business, that you've got family in New Zealand, as I do as well. So every time I visit, I do Janice and it's building, and it's just fantastic that we can extend our business wherever we go. I just think that's fabulous.
It's great. Yeah. Awesome goals, Greg. Love your work. Facebook and Sapphire, bring it on. I'm excited for you.
Yes. I've been on Facebook a little bit, but
I know. I appreciate that. That's where you found the link to come in tonight. So I'm very happy with you. Okay, Miss Jodie girl. What about you, Miss Jodie Gardner?
I just need to get more I am more disciplined this year, and I'm aiming for Sapphire by Expo.
Woo! Yay! That's awesome. Did you say by the conference?
I need to pull my finger out and get really organised.
Did you say by the conference?
Well done. No, by Expo.
Oh, okay. We'll talk later about that. But that's an awesome goal. Well done. I love it. Brilliant. What about you, Miss Margot girl?
I'd like to get Sapphire as well. Yeah. And originally when we spoke, that was October, but I'm thinking I probably should try and get there a little bit earlier. Yeah, and to get to 5 events.
All right.
So I'm going to start that in February. Then Adelaide.
Fantastic. That's awesome. And Leanne, I'm just letting you know. So do you live in Hobart?
Yes, I do.
How many people in Hobart?
How many people? 250,000.
Awesome. Okay. Margot, how many people live in Boolaroo Centre?
There might be more than 250.
250. And I live in a town that there's about 2,000. So you're
Amazing.
lucky to be with people.
Good point, Jacinta. That's a really good one.
It is. So, Miss Margot girl, I'm so proud of you being up there with 250 people in your town, and you're doing so well. So that's exciting. And last but not least, our other beautiful leader in this business, she's like my co-leader. I love her to death, is Libby. So Libby, she also is a wonderful presenter and a Sapphire in the business, so a great upline for all of our team as well. So, Miss Libby, what?
It was so nice. Always so uplifting. It was so complimentary. I love it. I hope you can hear me without the TV in the background. But I just want to say, it's so good to see you girls. Like, I love seeing Sue and Leanne and Penny online and doing all their bits on J5 Stars. But to have this actually live and seeing you guys here, it's just so nice. And of course, Rose and Greg and Margot. But, you know, it's just so lovely. And I think when there's more of us, because sometimes, you know, we might just get two or three. When there's more of us, it's so much more inspiring. So it's great. I look, I've as I said, I haven't really been doing much gymnastics of late, but I must admit I'm really excited about this year and really looking forward to all the events. Looking forward to the conference. I'm booking my flights tonight, actually. Julie Mills did hers today. So we're on the Thursday night flight heading over to Sydney. Yes, I've locked in for Bangkok as well, but sadly I haven't got the flights, but I'm determined to be there.
Yeah.
And it's a big year for me because I've got such a huge group of girlfriends who all turn 50. We're all, you know, turn 50. And, anyway, so of course it means that my diary, I mean, it's already, you know, it's full of parties and things. So, and I'm one of these people that I love gymnastics, but I really do think it's so important to absolutely embrace those beautiful moments in your life where you've really got to be there for girlfriends. So
I agree.
I just cannot be there in Noosa. I can't. But I will be gung-hoing for everybody that is going because it's just such a beautiful time. Yeah. My personal goal this year would definitely be to get to Sapphire Elite. Although seriously, I'm hanging on to Sapphire by a bare thread at the moment.
No, so you're not. You're doing well.
I'll be working hard to get there and just to help the team along as well to come with me on that road. But really looking forward to it. So fantastic. Yes. And Greg, I don't know how you've done it without Facebook, seriously. Oh my God. So yes.
That's
here for you, Greg.
Yeah. That's so exciting to hear everybody's goals. I am so excited. And the other thing I'm really excited about, and we don't have dates yet, but there will be another step up to success this year, which means obviously all of the people that are going up the ranks, there's going to be really, really good cash advances. And I know, Penny, you won 9,000 when you got to Sapphire Elite, didn't you?
Yeah, it blew me away. I was actually in Dubai enjoying the incentive trip. And I went up to my room and just to tell you the story, and Rachel, we were just on the plane. We happened to taxi in, and I said, look, I'm close, I think. And then while I'm travelling over, it clicked over and she said, do you want to hear something? And I said, yeah. She said, you just did it. It just blew me away. And I'm ringing up my husband, can you believe? You know, so just for that week, you know, it was 11,000 paycheck. That, you know, it's just blew me away.
That is phenomenal. Well, my goal is to help absolutely every single person in my team and surrounding, I don't care whether they're in my team or surrounding, to get the incentive. That is my personal goal. And at the same time, I'm going to aim for a Sapphire Elite to get that incentive as well. So that's my goal. that's going to be my clear focus with absolutely everyone that I'm working with. I'm so excited. We are going to have a pearler of a year. I'm amazing. So
Good.
it's exciting. So let's do it. I'm
Yeah.
excited that we're going to have these team meetings every week, especially with our beautiful extended team. I think it's really beautiful considering, you know, there's different arms and legs going on everywhere from the Jace Firestars team family, but we're all connected in the same kind of lineage. So it's nice for us to all, you know, continue the growth, and at the same time it's going to continue supporting our beautiful Ruby director Tracy, who has given tirelessly and unconditionally so much support, so much training, so much coaching, and you know, she really truly is living a residual income lifestyle with Janesse right now, because she's not doing the business, but she's still earning through Janesse, and that is what this is about. So if we can help create that for everybody in our business, how amazing would that be for everybody? So let's go for it, guys. It's so exciting. And
yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
Actually, did we hear your goals, Jacinta? Did we?
Yeah, that's what I just said. It's about the incentive. Everyone get to win the incentive, and I want to get to Sapphire Elite and win the incentive. So in saying that, I have already written my check out, congratulating me for my $9,000 US check. So if you're going to go for the incentive, make your check, put it on your board, read it all the time, be really grateful for it, and really, really focus on what you're really keen to achieve this year. It's, you know, you can see one vision board behind me, and I've got another massive one here. So I just think you can't have too much in your face.
No.
Can I make a comment, please, Jacinta? Do you have a template? Do you have a template for that check that I can put my name on?
I'll upload it in J5 Stars.
Fantastic, thank you.
No worries.
And
that's good.
I want to make one more comment.
Okay.
And that is that hats off to Tracy Seacon, because if it wasn't for her, I don't think we'd even be having this conversation, and we wouldn't all be connected like this either. So
exactly,
you know, I had a great conversation with her today, and she's got her bubble and bounce back. You know, I heard the bubble and the bounce and the energy, and it was really, really beautiful. And I'm really glad she's made that decision for herself. So I also want to, you know, spend a moment thanking her and putting it out there. Absolutely. And I'm sure we feel the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well said, Leanne. Thank you. Yeah.
Awesome, guys. All right, well, thank you very much for coming on, and definitely let's just be in touch with each other. And if you want any updates, you know, the team meetings, then we'll just collaborate and keep this ball rolling and keep the momentum happening.
Will the meeting be at this time?
We've made it. Well, we've traditionally made it on either a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night. It really depends on what live events are happening around the place. And Tuesdays tend to work because most of the live events are either Wednesdays or Thursdays. So, but, you know, open to, I just think like Penny has got a team, Sue's got a team, Leanne's got a team, and Ange has got a team. So we'll just see where this goes and talk through your upline, and we'll work out sort of, you know, when the best times and what content and stuff as it unfolds. How's that sound?
How do you find it out? Where do you find that information?
Well, I'm your upline.
Facebook, Greg.
Greg. It was just a cheap one.
You're such a naughty boy, and if you continue down this track, I'm going to mute you.
She has the power.
All right, guys. It's awesome to see you all. Right, now, everyone has to wave because I have to do the traditional, you know, print the screen, and I like everyone smiling rather than pulling funny faces. So on the count of 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! Love you. you guys. Have an awesome week.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.